Oh, welcome, welcome, welcome. I need to change my avatar, don't I? And turn a fan on. Oh, oops. All right. I guess I should turn monetization on. Heyo! I made it just in time, just like I said in my post. I guess I should also consider loading up DCGO. So, Mario did offer me to play in his event, but I actually don't have a jelly plush. Yeah. I don't have a deck built that I'm comfortable with, especially last minute, because like I keep moving my reboot mon cards around, and this is the exact reason why I want, like, if a deck is using another copy of a card, I want to have an additional copy of the card. Because I had to keep moving my cards around, and like it just got really, really obnoxious. I need to find DCGO. So we are on pictures. No, we need desktop and then DCGO. Okay. So I'm on table 5. That's cute. Yeah, I'm on table 5, it looks like. Quickly, what deck should I play? I have a ton of decks built. Should I just play TB for this? Since I already got like a butt ton of TB practice? Or should I actually play something else? Should I play Reboot? Should I play what should I play? I guess I'll launch DCGO. Alright, what deck should I play? Medusa? I don't know. Battle? Room? Join? Paste? Paste? Join? Select deck? Alright, I got a lot of options. I think maybe just because it's the new hotness, I probably should just go TB, to be honest. Alright. You told him you didn't have money, and you'd wait till next week to play? Yeah. Alright. Is this a keeper of a hands? Maybe. We got searches, so we could try it. That's fair. TB is really hot and new. Yeah. Shellmon's not exactly what I want to see. So, let's go here. Okay, Susano is what I want to see. So, next turn I might Kunluns. Ooh, Reboot. So that means this was a good decision. We'll draw one. Discard one. Another Cyber Engage. Not exactly what I want to see. But we'll set up a decree. None of these are gonna particularly matter. I think maybe I do just take this Amaterasu. Barrier. I don't have anything to give blocker, right? I think it is just this. I might not have anything to give blocker, but this could still just be a really annoying card. Because of the Alterns effect. So we got to put a lot of pressure on our opponent as much as humanly possible. So I know they have at least... Oh, they discarded both of them. Okay. So we'll have... We need what? 8? So 1, 2, 3, 4... Interesting he's choosing to keep this around. Okay, so that makes it so I can't use Kikoshi. Yeah, I think we just use a decree. Discard. Draw. There's a 5. Kind of needed that, like, 1 turn sooner. So he's playing a more traditional reboot. So I have to make sure I can hit above 20k. Right? So I need this card in my trash, so it's my next discard. Maybe I should have just discarded that, knowing I was going to need it. So I could have Susano hit 18k. Oh, yeah. I could have Susano hit this type of number, right? 19? No, I need this card in my trash in order to do that. And he could Vortex into it? That's fine. That works out perfectly good for us. So, what do we got in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then this is 8. So, we have the ability to go into Susano. Either that, or I could pop this, play this, discard, and then play Susano. Either way, we have Susano plays. So I think my best bet is literally to just hard play, because he's obviously going to block here, right? Because unfortunately I don't have a whole lot of level 5s, but I do have these. Those are huge. So this will cost less. So we'll see if he blocks. Okay. So now that happened, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We will not draw. We will not draw. We will draw and discard. I guess might as well just discard this. Then draw and discard. And then we use this to play out our Digimon. So we'll play out you. And then we'll play out the Ryugu. This will let us play out I guess the shell. And then we will place you to the bottom to not unsuspend. Could I use this to place a Digimon under a different one by placing any of your... Oh. Okay, so I could use this to keep Fragment up on here. I think it might have been better to save those in case of one option somehow. We'll see. So hopefully he doesn't have it here, like have the full line. I am gonna let him take my security because the Shellmon doesn't matter here. Oh, I guess no, I will block with the Shellmon then. I kind of want to keep blocker on all my stuff around as much as possible. Do I Karakuru? I know I'm gonna be Susanoing here. I guess I'll just take this. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go. This gets us pretty much everything we need.
Are you fake playing?
No, this is real play. It's an online tournament.
Oh, through the app?
Yeah.
Interesting.
No, I guess I'm not. Kind of.
I only asked if I've ever seen it like current.
Yeah, I mean, you can make private rooms. Correct. And now we just get a Susano again. So I guess the big question is how many times can they reboot before they just can't reboot anymore? They already used 2 reboots. As long as I, like, slowly amass my army, I should be fine. Okay, so they're pretty dry if they're hard playing a Gachamon. Yeah, it's a good thing I already know how to beat this deck. Okay, so they're going to... Do they... I think they do have... Yeah, they have it in their hand. They don't have Rush. But they get to keep my stuff locked down, which is whatever. These won't matter. I just need to get into my Amaterasu to grab another Susanomon, and we're fine. Oh, Vortex will let them make the attack, won't they? Okay, so now they could actually take out my Kaguya. Oh, interesting. This is a pretty good draw. So, Susanomon costs 9 less, so that means this is a 7 cost. So, we just lead with Susano, right? Five, 6, 7... Okay. And then these auto die, and then I can punch into here. I guess we'll just play out this. And then game. Alright, cool. See? There we go. Easy peasy. I know what I'm doing. I just have to be bigger than a reboot mon. Easy. Literally just 3 turns of Heart Slam Susano. Who could deal with that? I guess we could keep this. Because we have the DP booster, which is arguably one of the most important things. So our turn is going to be this card into this card. Set up a Yuji right away. Okay. I think I will just take the level 4. This is these terms. So they could memory choke me all they want. So these are gonna punch security. Ooh, those going away might be huge. Oh, they're hard playing it. All right. Cyber engage. That's unfortunate that this sticks around. Can't use options, so it just means I can't use my Kunlun's Decree. But that is arguably fine. So, yeah, I think we just Digivolve. We could Digivolve. Would have been nice to end on this, but it's fine. Semyojin, Arrivals, and Ryugu. Hey, Gabriel. Yeah, so right now we don't have our Susanos, which is going to be a small issue if they're able to do reboot shenanigans here. Which they probably will. They already have their tamers, so that's fine for them. I would have probably done it on one of these instead. Okay, that's fine for us. So, depending on how much memory they give, we have a couple of different options. Oh, do they have, no? I would have just checked security at that point then. There's no real reason to get rid of my field. So this is going to do 2 checks, which means as of right now, my opponent doesn't have a way of closing out the game. So I really need to see my Susanos. Do I Semyojin Arrival first? Then Shishiman into here, execute, Digivolve into Ryugu? Is that the play line? This is only once per turn. So I could, like, barrier evade itself. He could suspend, so that doesn't particularly matter. If this is barrier evaded. Oh, it has barrier, so that's still pretty good. Yeah, so we set this up. We're going to discard a Hanuman. Oh. I need to deal the security damage in order for this to evolve, right? Yeah. So that's one issue. Because I don't have this set up. So I think we abandon it. Because he's just going to take all my security next turn anyway. So there's no point on me setting this up, and I just need to try to dig. If that's the case, then I think we just play a Hani. We can discard one of you. So he has 1 suspend in here. And then whatever he has in his hand. So he will at least be able to execute. So we have to hope our security is good enough. And he's going to suspend my blocker down. No, he's keeping this from unsuspending. So, now what's the plan? I will not block. So, I just need to see a Susanomon and we're good. I mean, we're still not good, but we would be better. Okay, probably gonna take the craft. Yeah, this matchup is literally, if I'm able to see and use my Susanomons properly, I probably just win this because I could out their card and maintain security. So I'm gonna have to, like, potentially use this next turn, which is not gonna be super great. Keep these from unsuspending. If you use too much suspend tech, then that might be an issue for them. I mean, he's got one suspend here. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm missing one, which is a little bit unfortunate. Nope, I just didn't find it. I needed to see Susano there. The matchup is literally, do I see Susano to counter his reboots? Because there's a likelihood that they're only going to be able to reboot 2 or 3 times. If that. Oh, Alright, cool. I guess we could keep this. This isn't terrible. It's a semi-aggressive hand. So we're just going to be doing this, and then we're going to Samyojin, discard Karakuru. That's kind of obnoxious. It's actually low-key obnoxious. That's okay. Wish I would have had that earlier. So he's obviously going to take his reboot and his craft. There's no way you don't take reboot here. Absolutely none. Okay. So we just need a little bit more setup. That's a level 4 lower Shambhala. I think I do this. Because, unfortunately, based on my hand, I didn't have any access card draw. So, that was the only shitty thing. But at least now I could get, like, Kaguya Ryugu and maybe just try to wall him out as best as I can. So he's already committed to... Yep. Probably the craft. Yeah, it's just none of my effects work on him, so I have to, like, find some alternative ways to get around some of his bullshit. Really? To suspend my tamer? I don't think that's particularly the greatest decision. Unfortunate. There's one Susano down. Okay, I don't think that particularly matters here. That definitely doesn't matter. So I can Digivolve mid-attack. Is this once per turn? Yes. So I could Digivolve execute Ryugu. He can just lock it down. That's the problem. So I'm kind of stuck because he also put me to this memory account. We just need to cycle a little bit. Then... Digivolve here. Oh, he took the hit? Interesting. Let's... yeah. Okay, there's the Susano. Okay, so we just need to create a very sticky board state, and he no longer has Vortex. Wasting memory like that's probably not good for them. They won't be able to suspend everything, because they could probably suspend one thing with a card in their hand and then maybe lock it down. Yeah, they're not going to get Vortex because this needs to suspend, right? I think they accept defeat. Maybe. We'll take the Semyogen and another one of you. That's what this is for, to potentially delete something. So what do I do in this situation? I'm obviously going to be Susano here. It's very obviously it's a Susano turn. Do I just so I have to swing with at least one of these guys. That's fine. Because I could potentially Kaguya to build up again. So I should have enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So I have enough to Susano here. That will get rid of the reboot. It's just, do I block with these is the real question. I think the answer is no. Or do I attack with these? Because I attack here, so I attack. No, I think I just win here, right? Because I just attack security, and as long as his last card isn't... Or, yeah. Because this will mean he goes to 2 security. Then this is 1 security. And then I Susano kill this. So he just has to block one of these is basically what's happening. Yeah, but he could block one of these. Or he could block the Susano. So he could take both of these and then block the Susano. And then I give him a lot of memory and I don't have any defense. No, this is immune. So I would have to use Susano to build up a powerful Kaguya board. I think, like, I'm honestly just best holding on to these and just burning with Susano and just trying to rebuild. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because I'm not going to be able to deal the damage, and I just need to try to fish for another Susano. We'll take these two. Alright. This should be a board they shouldn't be able to fight through. Ideally. Because I just need one blocker up. So they have to win this turn. So let's see if he has it. So he could swing, get another link to suspend something. I just need one blocker up. So he could lock down two more things. That's really good for me. That means I get memory next turn, so I could actually make plays. Can't unsuspend, can't unsuspend. These can unsuspend. Okay. It's not gonna matter. And then he doesn't have a way of winning the game from here? God, where's my Susanomons? In my last 11 cards are 2 Susanomons. Oh, 2 Susanomons are already gone. So there's 1 Susano left in the deck. So I just need enough attackers. So he could link and take another attack away. Yeah. So I just need, what, 3 attacks? Yeah, I mean, I just need, what, 3 attacks and then I win? Okay, GG. GG's. Yeah, this is why I feel like 4 Susanos is, like, really, really good, just because you can see Susano more often. How do I check pairings? We go here. We go refresh. We go standing, pairings. Oh, we're already in round 2? Table 1? Alright, cool. Lizard, 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 lizard. Great round. There is Discord. Yeah. Who's my guy? Zerkiel. That's Zerkiel. Cool, cool, cool. The thing he could have won a turn earlier with Susano if he just swung with the entire board. If he blocked. So he could have chose not... So he could have chose not to block and then just block the Susano. Actually, no, I think maybe you are right, Empire. I should have just swung all out there. Because his reboot would die. He would be at 0 security. My Susano would also die. Is part of the issue there. I don't know. Because, like, the burn on Susano was pretty much irrelevant because he didn't have to block any of my Digimon. That's kind of what I'm getting at. And then, if I did make this swing, I burn his last security, he's forced to block, we make that trade anyway. So the only real difference is I would have one Digimon suspended, potentially one Digimon gone, and, he would have 0 security. So I just felt like it was, a little bit of a risk to try to assume that my opponent would block incorrectly. So that's why I didn't exactly do that. Because it's literally because, yeah, I would have had less bodies to block, which means it would have made it easier to suspend everything that needed to be suspended. At least, like, that's my mentality behind it. I could actually keep this hand. Swing with the Hanimon, and then potentially Shishimon into, like, Ryugu. Oh, okay. This is literally easy. Good thing we kept a Susanomon in our hand. This is fine. Does this card do anything else? Or SW and reduce it by 2. Okay. So this is gonna hurt. Well, I mean, I guess it just... Oh, barrier, right. So how many? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This does not have protection, right? When a security stack is removed, unsuspend. When attack target is changed, until the end of the opponent's turn, their Digimon effects don't affect this. So, what? We just Digivolve up into an Amaterasu. We could kill this by swinging into it with piercing and security attack. So we DP minus this. Right? Because this is going to be the card that gets deleted. Draw one, trash one. Draw one. Trash one. Oh, shit. I forgot. I didn't realize that he had the Chohakai underneath. Fuck. I didn't realize he had Chohakai! No! Well, at least this can't deal damage. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That covers everything. Goodbye. Draw one. I really wish I could keep it. Trash one. Draw one. Trash one. Hard take that Susano. All right, cool. So I think we just win the game from here because this is just 2 Susanos and then we win. Like, I don't think that there's a card my opponent can play that would win them the game. They would have to do another Nezaha play into a Satin Goku. I mean, my opponent could win the game from here. It is entirely possible. I just don't know if they have the combination of cards that they would need to do it. Hey, Anacreus. Just casually playing in a tournament. I decided to take TBs because TBs looks really good. And I got a ton of practice with it over the weekend. So I think I'm like relatively familiar with what their deck could potentially do. Did it not have Alliance? This has Alliance, okay. Look at the little rat thing, he's so cute. The rat thing in here? No, it's not. Yeah, so this card in this situation just literally removes all agency from my opponent, right? And then my opponent loses because they know I have Susano. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dot. They don't get any of their on plays because their Digimon just dies immediately. Wait, there's a tournament using DCGO? Yes. First? Okay. First player. So this is just Digivolve here, hard play this. Try to search. I think I just keep this hand, to be honest. You can always watch the VOD, yeah. Yeah, you could always watch the VOD, Gaomon. You just missed round 1, which was against a Reboot, but because I played enough of Reboot, I kind of already understood what the deck was trying to do. So I kind of had a little bit of an advantage. We definitely... Do we take these two? Honestly? I think we do. As much as I hate losing the Ryugu, I think we just lose it. I think Ryugu in this matchup isn't very good. Although having the card would have been nice. I'll just continue to choke my opponent. That's fine. The longer this goes, kind of the worse it gets for them. Because the more I'm able to chip their security, the easier it gets. I would have liked to use this, but can't do that right now. What are they going to use? Oh, they're just straight up gonna Digicross? We're meant to try to sign up? Oh, yeah. There's a weekly locals that happens on Wednesdays for DCGO. Yeah, depending on what they go into here, it could be pretty scary because of the Amaterasu, or because of whatever they could be playing. Okay, that's arguably the best thing for us. Because then he doesn't have his protections. That's really good for us. I think we just take the Kaguya. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4. What do we have in our trash? I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. Maybe I should have played the level 4? Not affected, okay. So I could Digivolve into a 4. Digivolve into a 5. This is kind of annoying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this will be 6 and 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or yeah, so I do need to I could island to play out Hanuman, right? Reduce it by 3. Yeah. So island to play out Hanuman. Hanuman can discard the 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Draw 1, discard 1. Recover. And burn. Oh, this thing has barrier. Fuck. Decode? Yes. And then... That's only once per turn. Okay. I'm passing over 7 memory. We'll take the extra rookie. And the Kikoshi... no, we don't need the Kikoshi to trigger stuff. We get rid of you and you. Okay. I think we're fine, chat. I think we're fine. Because this could swing, and then Amaterasu can grab back the Susanoo. Oh, shit. I totally forgot to grab back the Susanoo. Oopsies. Fuck. That was the whole point on why I did that. I forgot to grab the Susanoo back. No! We goofed. I ascended before I grabbed the Susanoo back. Was literally the whole reason. So now I need to draw into a Susanoo. If we draw into a Susanoo, then we're fine and nothing matters. Yeah, this thing having barriers kind of obnoxious. Yeah, now we desperately... I mean, we could try to analog. So we have a draw here, and we have an analog draw. So we could dig our way out of this. We just need to find a single Susanoo, and we're fine. Doesn't your deck have Barrier and Evade? I mean, it has one card, that does that. This is still unaffected, yeah. And this has the stupid Chohakai. Stupid fucking Chohakai. This is for a reduced of 2. So how big would this be? Think I would be bigger than it? I think I just like digi and then swing, right? Oh, no, the same fucking thing would happen. I would actually need to check the security. So I would put him at 1 memory. If I did Shishima play. Because I would Digivolve into Shishima for 3, go to 1. I guess, no, it doesn't matter because he has a blocker still. I needed to be able to check the security somehow, and I can't. So... Well, I guess that's fine, honestly, because I have the analog. Right? So the analog would give me the 1 memory for attacking. And then I would be able to kill... So I minus this. Then mid-attack at Digivolve here. Or do I mid-attack Digivolve into Kaguya and build a defensive board? Because I have 2 options. I could either search or I could Amaterasu. So as of right now, because of this card, this is threatening 2 damage. So I would need to clear his whole field. I guess we could try it. Is this what? Deletes the smallest thing? And then minuses 5k? So that would kill both of these. So I should do security attack minus on here. Then we could swing, use this ability to Digivolve into an Amaterasu. And then get rid of you and you. And then they're forced to tank this hit. Then they get to play out something from their trash. And then... This is unaffected, right? Yeah. So I won't be able to get rid of this. Well, I mean, I could get rid of this, but I won't be able to get rid of this. So I think we just play this out to kill this, and we should be fine from here. So they're choked at 1 memory. So we're still fine because the very last card is the continent. Unless they have a Susanoo, then they Susanoo me, and then I die. So if they have a Susanoo, we lose. If they don't have a Susanoo, we win. So it literally just comes down to if they have a Susanoo or not. But objectively, I should have just played Analog Youth to try to dig out Susanomon. But hindsight's 2020, because the Analog Youth would have hit the Susanoo, then I would have played the Susanoo and won the game. So the big question is, do they have Susanoo here? One, two, three. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, they do have 8 cards for Susanoo. You think my line was correct at the end of the day? Oh, no, if they have Gokumon, then we lose. Because can't they assemble it with Gokumon, or do they need all 3? Yeah, so they can't play Satin Gokumon based on their trash, right? Yeah, so they need Goku, Sango, Chohakai, and Sanzo. So they don't have it. This is just on a win digi. Does this even matter anymore? I don't think it does. We just Susanoo and win. Like, keep things nice and easy. Cool. Okay, cool. So we're just waiting on this match. I'm just gonna keep this open for whatever the next game is. Yeah, so this is exactly what I was playing last time. I just need to figure out a way to find a fourth, like, to fit in a fourth Susanomon. That's all I want. Like, do I just cut like, one of these for another Susano? Like, I know that theoretically the idea is Amaterasu dies and grabs back the Susano. So, like, realistically, I only need to see one Susano and my Amaterasus, but I really feel like I just want another. Call me incredibly greedy, but I want a fourth Susano. Yeah, I think SW needs to be running Susano also. Like, so instead of Set and Goku, I think they should just be playing Susano. Like, there's no reason for Set and Goku to exist when you could just, like, hard play Susano. And do literally the exact same thing, but better. Right? Oh yeah, that's right. They can't attack with the Susanomon. Hey, King Jaden. I think my line of collect was outside. You think my line was correct outside of the last decision? I mean, fair. I'm still learning the deck. I'm like not anywhere near proficient with it. I'm not gonna declare myself a master on the deck either. But I am just a good casual enjoyer of it. I guess, but Seton actually says you get to attack versus Susano. So, like, you could, I guess, like, the really shitty thing. Show edit deck. Like, you could just play a Dan Yuki. You don't have to play Dan and Cannon. You could just play a Dan Yuki. So, like, it would change what SW is doing a bit. But I think, like, if you just build SW to basically be a Susano deck, probably it might see more success. So maybe that's something that's worth, like, doing and exploring. Goku has technically half the requirements of Susano. It's just TB is more efficient on getting their trash set up. Yeah. I mean, like, you could just build, like, straight up a like, dedicated Susano deck just playing, Slop. Like, Rookie Rush Slop followed by Hard Slam Susano every turn. Like, figure out a way to do that. Is there a card that just, like, generically grabs back cards out of the trash outside of, like, something like Amaterasu? Like, if there's a card that just generically says, let me grab a card, any card I want out of my trash and put it into my hand, that's great. Isn't it, like, the Wolfa, not, What's the Lament of Friendship? Well, you have a mat tamer in its name. You could return one card from your trash to your hand. The new level 5 grabs Susano now. There's a new level 5. Yeah, but it's a TB card. So it's not helping SW. Although I love this thing. Delete one of the opponent's Digimon with 7,000 DP, then we get to return one Shambhala, or... Yeah, so this... this just makes TB better. Like, they know! It's what, algae? Forget SW. Nobody needs SW. I guess we're just gonna take this one a little bit slow. It's fine. Depending on what my opponent's doing, like, this is probably fine. So, next turn I could move out, Shishi. Or do I just, like, Shishi in the back and just not care? We'll grab a Kokeshi just for the name. We're probably going to get more SW cards in 5 hours and Kunlun in 12. I could see that. Now they just drop a 3-cost card? A 4-cost card. Okay. No! Okay, that's fine. Oh, okay, so that's what they're playing. So they get 1 memory here. So that means using Kaguya not executing is really bad. So that means we should execute. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Well, they're obviously gonna grab the Volcanus. Just grab another arrival, that's fine. Well, I mean, sure. I've only searched like half my deck at this point and still haven't found a single Susano. Oh, they chose not to use these? Okay. I mean, I can't stop the Volcanus anyway. That's definitely a good sign for me. Oh, that's what they wanted to discard, so that way they had Piercing. The Digivolve doesn't affect me. Technically, Scramble can return Susano. True. How did it still have Piercing? Oh, is it because the damage is still done? All right. So I just need to not trigger these cards? That's fine. Analog. We'll set up another one of you. We will discard... Got a whole bunch of these guys. We'll just discard you guys. There's a Susano, so I could swing. And then stun their Digimon. And execute, maybe? Okay. And then Digivolving into you can keep this suspended. Or I think maybe I just Digicross with it or use the ability. All right. Oh, well, I needed to give them one more memory. Shit. Because now they could just pop all of these and then they just rush for the game. Yeah, that was really dumb of me. I needed to give them one more memory. Fuck. And then they literally just play anything. Oh, I guess that's fine. Did they run out of Digimon to play? So, keeping this suspended is really good. Now he's got 6 memory. So, how are they going to aggress, is the question. I guess that's how. So he kills this, then? We will play out for free. That will kill one of these. Then bottom deck one of the other ones. Then retail, even though that's not going to do anything. Awesome. Without that, that means that they don't have rush anymore. Which is really good for me. Because I have another Shellmon to stop this from being able to block. And then I just go ham into their security. So they're forced to play out Volcanus, except Volcanus isn't going to be winning them the game, so they have to use Volcanus to try to deal with my board. Use the option. Option cycle, play out Volcanus. Empire, thank you for the $2 dono. It's fun seeing Kaguyamon shuffle. You gotta do it. Like, this is the defensive backbone of the deck. It's so good. It's, like, kind of just disgusting how good it is. So he does get to de-digivolve this, which kind of sucks. But he already burned a security, right? Yeah. And then I do have a natural blocker. But realistically, I don't even need to block because his turn is just going to end and then the game is over. Yeah. Alright. Random. I'm going first. I guess I could keep this hand. It's not a good hand. Like, just him being able to de-digivolve me is already a big deal. Double Sim Yojin. The Amaterasu's pretty okay. So I just need to swing with my level 5s and be aggressive with those? Or do I discard my level 5s? So do I move out and I start swinging here and then I discard a level 5? Okay, those are okay. Yeah, I kind of need to get my options set up. That's fine. And can attack. Okay. Well, I mean, I only have 2 options, so that's fine. Setting up their tamer. If they were smart, I mean, they don't even have to... They could just hard play Volcanus and swing here. That's actually kind of annoying. I mean, I could just, like, respond with a Shishima and then, tuck the... Oh, I don't have Rush. Oh, they didn't want to link? I think we do one of these. And then we do one of you. Okay, there's a Kaguya, so that's really good. That's kind of They might have game here. No, they don't, because Shellmon. So even if they chunk my everything... what do I have in my trash? Alright, that takes that away. He gets to kill one thing. Burn my last security, which is not entirely good. Oh, he's just winning the game here. Right. Yeah. Stupid, stupid deck. I mean, I guess both of our decks are stupid. Hey, Susano. Alright, we're cooking. Yeah, I guess it's just pretty easy to win the game when you just, like, are able to deal so much damage, and Susanomon doesn't really matter in this matchup. I just need to deal, like, as much, like, quick rush type damage as possible. Alright, we'll see if this survives. Obviously gonna take the Volcanus. So I'm not anywhere near the 8. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, it's gonna be a second before I get there. Ooh, Analog is really good. Do I Kunlun or Analog first? I think we just do this. Swing. Draw. Discard. And then the choke play. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he kills this. This is 7, 8, and it gets us the execute that we need. So now we're just trying to race to maybe, not really even OTK. Okay, he is gonna go off here. How big is the DP reduction on Susano if I do this? One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? Yeah. We'll draw one first. Draw one, trash one. Burn, recover. Kinda didn't want this approach to happen. So we're gonna decode. I have an extra Susano. Do I use this here? I'm just trying to think. If I use this here, what does this mean? What? Play out Amaterasu? But I kind of need to play out Kaguya. Or do I just not play anything out? If I don't play anything out, I feel like I could just, like, die, though. So there was does Amaterasu return bottom deck Digimon only? Then return 2 of their cards from their trash. So I could have sniped 1 Divine Arms if I did the Amaterasu play. So the reason why I'm blocking here is because this naturally has blocker in case something happens to this. But based on my setup, I think I have the game. Because I have a Digimon coming out of raising to check 1 security, and then they know I have a Susanomon to check the other. And his Digimon doesn't have blocker yet. Because he doesn't have his stuff set up. Well, I mean, I guess he's just removing the field, but I don't think it particularly matters in this case. Because he gets to delete and then return. So I just need to take a level 3, execute 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe not the draw discard, 4, 5, 6. All right, let's do this again, but better. All right, cool. There we go. That's correct. I won the match. Geez, if Susanamon didn't cost $70, I would probably consider building this deck. Just because it just makes life easy. I don't think it's the best deck in the format, but it does make life really easy. Jaden, so as far as like actual training goes, you just kind of need to do it like I've been doing, just like grind games on DCGO in a sense, like or like just grind games at locals or something. You just need to grind. Like it's not necessary, like there is after a certain point you should just understand what's going on. And again, depending on the deck, there's no amount of training that will make a bad deck suddenly good. Like, that is the other thing. Is like, I could, let's just say, play... we'll just say Purple Hybrids. If I put in 1,000 hours to Purple Hybrids, theoretically I should be a master at Purple Hybrids. And yes, you would be a master at being able to play Purple Hybrids, but... fundamentally, that doesn't necessarily mean that Purple Hybrids has positive matchups into things that are currently being played in the meta. So, like, all of that training doesn't particularly matter if what my deck is doing is functioning fundamentally less than everyone else's. So, like, yes, I could train, like, we could just grind games back and forth. But if you're not learning anything from any of those games, it's not helping. Like, that's the big thing in terms of, like, being able to grow as a player is, like, learning from what is going on and being able to learn from what is actually happening and try to fix the mistakes. So, just as an example, I knew, because I played a shit ton of Rebootmon in my first round, that Rebootmon's maximum DP is 20k. Most of the time, he's going to be 19 or 18k just because you're not always going to have 2 level 5s in his inheritables. So, that's where Susanamon, like this is matchup knowledge, this is where having the extra DP comes in very big handy so Susanamon can beat over something like Reboot. And then the match becomes literally as binary as, if they reboot, can I Susanamon? And then, can I build a big enough of a defensive board to be able to survive a second reboot? Like, you could literally go back and watch that type of a matchup where I'm talking about like, oh, I know exactly what Reboot is doing. So like, it's not necessarily like knowing how your deck functions. It's more so understanding what the opponent's deck is trying to do or doing, and then being able to prevent or stop that. So in that last game, I knew Volcanismon, just as an example, he de-digivolves. So if I were to have digivolved all the way up from my 3, 4, 5 into my 6, that's opening me up to be punished harder to their Volcanismon. So it was ideal for me not to do that and put myself in that bad situation. Now, did I actually need to play that matchup before this very moment to understand that? No, because I already understood what the opponent's deck is doing. So, like, part of training is just knowledge check. And if you don't fundamentally understand what the opponent's deck is doing, you can't reasonably learn from any of the mistakes that you're doing because you don't know the mistakes to begin with. So that's, like, the hardest part, and unfortunately, like, just grinding games is the best way to be able to do that, but you don't have to understand what your deck is doing because you should already know what your deck is doing and how to navigate that type of a matchup based on the opponent's deck. So, like, if, let's just say you're playing Virus Imperial versus something like, what's-his-face, Volcanismon, that's probably going to be a lose matchup because, sure, you could do some security damage and then have your Digimon get deleted, or if you leave your level 6 on the field, you're like, okay, my opponent can't reasonably play Digimon by effects. But Volcanismon doesn't have to, because he just, like, hard slams himself at a reduced cost, then de-digivolves your Digimon, he could ruin your partition, and then your whole game plan starts falling apart, and that's literally something that's outside of your control, because you were just doing what your game plan was going to. So that's kind of where, like, matchup knowledge sometimes just doesn't even matter, because you just have to understand what the opponent's deck is doing. So that's what, like, in order to get better, that's what you should be doing, is recognizing what the good decks are doing, what their core plays are, what they can make and when, and then being able to figure out, does my deck be able to handle that? So, like, creating, like, a matchup spreadsheet almost would be a really good thing to do, so that way you understand, like, where your deck fits inside of the meta, because it's just like, okay, here's, let's just say, the top 10 decks. How does my deck do against the top 10 decks? Oh, it loses to all of them. Cool. My deck is not necessarily going to be doing super good in this because I understand my deck's weaknesses and strengths and what it is doing against these specific matchups. If that makes, like, any kind of a sense. So, like, there's no reasonable amount of training that would be relevant. Like, you keep saying you need training and you need training, but, like, training, you don't even know what training is kind of just the thing. It's just like, you don't know what you need out of what you're asking for, is kind of just where I'm feeling it, and training is just the default word that you've been using. When really, you just need to understand the game fundamentally better, and that should help you. It's not going to solve your particular issue because, again, if you're not playing any of the good decks, how are you expecting a bad deck to beat a good deck when your matchup spread against any of the good decks is bad? So, like, that ultimately is where training is, like, useless, is, like, the biggest thing you could understand is, like, how bad your deck is into some of the top decks. And then that should tell you everything you need to know right then and there. Like, people don't... The top competitive players do not care what deck they are bringing. They don't have any personal attachment, and they're able to shift and navigate around... what the current environment is, agnostic of money. Money is not an issue if you're a competitive player. You will have the cards to play the deck that you think is the best. If you're not doing that, then you're only doing yourself a disservice trying to be a competitive player. Now, again, if you're not trying to be a competitive player, then none of this actually matters. You just play to have fun, and that's what matters the most. So, like, I decided, like, this is a hyper casual event. There is 0 stakes into anything. Should I technically be playing the number 1 deck in the format? Based on what I have played? Probably not. Or not. I don't even think this is the number 1 deck. But, like, should I be playing this deck in this type of a format? Probably not. I could be going a step down, a little bit weaker, play something a little bit more casual where games would be closer. But if I'm trying to win, I think this is one of the better decks that I could be playing. Therefore, I'm going to be playing it. But just grinding some games, understanding how your deck plays and functions, that's step number 1. Step number 2 is then figure out what the top meta decks are and understand how they play. That's step number 2. Then step number 3 is then figure out where your deck fits in terms of matchups against what the top decks are doing. So, like, generally, you want to think of the situations that's going to arise where it's just like, okay, my deck's combo play generally happens on turn 4. Well, if I'm playing a turn 2 or turn 3 OTK deck, I'm not hitting my combo turn because I'm dying before then. Therefore, my deck is too slow, and I'm not performing, and it's not performing on a level that's serviceable. Or I go off on turn 3, I don't win the game on the spot, then my opponent has a magical counter or out, and then I can't recover, so therefore I can't play the game because my deck isn't functioning at the current game standards. So it's small micro-isms like that that really are hard to learn, but there's no real good way to teach it, is the big problem. You have to experience it in order for it to be taught, and it has to click too. If it's not clicking and you're not learning from, like, just grinding a matchup, so, like, let's just say you're playing Virus Imperial versus TB, and you're just grinding that matchup, but you're not understanding why your deck isn't working against them, then you are ultimately failing at understanding the matchup in a sense, and all of that training literally did you no good. Like, I don't mean to sound, like, harsh or anything, but, like, I'm trying to tell you, like, there's no amount of training that's actually going to help you if you're not understanding things from the first place. And, like, I get it. Financial situations kind of suck. Trust me. I'm not necessarily in the best financial situation myself, to where I can't always just be playing the newest, hottest thing that's going to be, like, power crept in a month or 2. So it's just like, I 100% understand that. But that's when you have to decide to figure out what you want out of the game. If trying to be competitive is not fitting in with what you can perceivably do, then just don't do it. Then you're just going to make yourself mad, you're going to make yourself angry, and you're not going to enjoy the game as a whole. You need to find a play group that allows you to have fun. That's why I haven't necessarily been going to locals, is because, locals have fallen apart on me, is because I was too competitive and I was sucking the fun away from everyone else. Because they couldn't keep up with my competitive nature. Or I'm playing against, or, like, somebody doesn't like something for too long. I don't know. It could be a million different things. So hopefully you hopefully you heard some of that and took some of that to heart and understands that, like, this is a type of tool for you to try to just grind out games as much as humanly possible so you could understand what's going on. And if you're not understanding what's going on, that is a failure on your part that somebody cannot teach you. It's like trying to learn art, in a sense, where it's just like, oh, yeah, all you do is just put these squiggly lines together, and then all of a sudden, here's this, like, beautiful piece of art. It's just like, no, you need to understand some of the core fundamentals on how to art before arting, in a sense. And, like, just because somebody else has arted for longer than you doesn't mean you could just magically pick up based on a couple of words that they said. But if anyone has, like, anything else to say, or, like, comment on, I'm more than welcome to, like, have a conversation with people. Like, I don't want to just, like, harp forever on the same topic. I think I said my piece, and I'm at peace with that. All right. Let's see if the round is up. Round 4. Cool. Timely. Where is link? I think the perfect example of this is Galacti. It could technically beat Three Musketeers and Glowing Dawn, but it'll always lose to Angels because the matchup counters. Yeah. I haven't played the game since BT13. They killed my Mirage deck. What do you think would be good for coming back into the game? That's a loaded question. I guess it's kind of just like whatever looks interesting. There is a new Mirage, but right now it's not very good. And right now Data Squad is not positioned to be very good either. Oh. Did I kick player? Get out of here. Join room. Oh, okay. Oops. Sorry about that. Why does TB get exclusive color of purple and green, but SW gets exclusively black? I don't know. I didn't drop any frames. I guess everyone just left. That's disappointing. Oh, why can't I join? All right, let's try loading up the game again. Seems unfair to SW? Yeah, probably is. Yeah, my stream's still going. I haven't had any drop frames. Oh, okay, there we go. I guess it was just having a hard time. Battle. Join. There we go. Select. Where is... There's TB. I guess I could keep this. It's not, like, the best go first hand, but it's not the worst either. Did you see the new Deus reboot, that just topped? Topped what? I have not seen it. Oh, okay, we're playing the mirror match. So this is literally who's able to be aggressive faster. It's pretty bad for me. Looks like they got a way better start. I haven't, but it's probably in 8-man locals. Most likely. Oh, I should have used this first. Oopsies. Okay. I mean, he can attack and Digivolve, so I'm just hoping that they don't have the Shishima. They probably do. Yeah, I at this point just need to get into Kaguya. Oh, okay. Oh, he's gonna bottom deck a level 5 and then tuck my guy. Yep. And then he gets to execute, and then he digivolves. So I need to try to get into a Susano, like, ASAP here. Just to try to wipe their field and make what they just did irrelevant. Okay. Okay, there's a Susano. Should have discarded something else then. Because if I didn't discard the Shellmon and I discarded, like, Shishima, then I would be at 5. This would allow me to be at 6. And then I could, like, maybe discard to be at 7. So, right now I'm in a losing position. Really? Oh, does this counter? No, I was in a very bad losing position. Like, I was hardcore in a losing position. So I don't particularly think anything would have mattered. Now I could Shishima into Ryugu. Yeah, we'll just pitch this. Evolve for 3 into Ryugu. Then Ryugu, we will talk to unsuspend. Play out the Searcher. Searcher searches. We take Option and Amaterasu. And then we will decode. Searcher. Kikoshi. I guess we'll decode Kikoshi. And use evade. Alright. Nope. Alright, that was a pretty aggressive start, if I had to say so myself. My opponent does have memory. So are they going to put a 5 underneath to get rid of my 5? I found the list. I was really looking. Oh, dang. Yep. What 5 did they bottom? Shishi? Okay. So they're just running double searches. This is a SW card. There's no real reason to run this. Yeah, so he's gonna do a complete board clear here. And then that bottom decks this. 1, 2. What do I already have in here? None of them, so this is probably fine. So I could Digivolve here. Maybe I should have stunned this, so that way he can't evolve and attack and do something silly. Yeah, because now he could suspend and stun this, which is fine, I guess. Doesn't particularly matter. No, we're both not even set up for Susanomon. He's way closer to Susanomon than I am. I will 100% say that. So that's why I kind of need to be at 3 and have one of these stick, is so that way I could potentially go into Shishi and then Amaterasu to do something. Like, we're just fighting for board presence at this point. And then he's gonna clear this. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. So I have 6 right now. I needed like one more memory. Oh shit, I did it again. Damn it. What do I got? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, well, I didn't even need to Susano here. That was stupid of me. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Draw. Draw. Draw, discard. Draw. Discard. Burn. Damage. Alright. We should be safe. So now we just Susano here, and then we just keep Susanoing, and we're good. Yeah, so now we just trade our Susanos. Until somebody loses. So, I hope the attack hits like a Samugen Arrivals or something. Oh, okay. So, this is the grand finals, by the way. It's just Susano versus Susano. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, cool. Ooh, found the oh, well, it's an option card, so he couldn't even take it, but I think he found it too late. Yeah, Susanoo Wars. That's exactly what's going on right here. So, fortunately for me, I win these Susanoo wars. So, it's just taking the time to do all the actions. I wasn't looking, but it's the same list I gave you, or, no, this is the same list you gave me, James. I didn't make any changes because I don't know what to change. I don't think, like, the inclusion of this or the inclusion of this really makes much of a difference. The beauty of assembly. Yeah, we just are hard playing Digimon and then attacking with them immediately the second we summon them. This is exactly what Bandai wants. This is peak Digimon right here, using the word peak very loosely. They do get to take a memory away from me, though. Yeah, like, just get our trash set up, and then nothing else matters. It's just Susanoo, 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 and then whoever Susanoo's the most wins. Yeah. So dumb. Matchup is so dumb. I mean, I have A-line, so I guess I could keep it. It's not terrible. Am I going first or second? Second. Okay. So we just have to make sure that we could Susanoo our Susanoo, so Susanoo can Susanoo into Susanoo. This is tough. I think maybe I just Kunlun. Grab Kaguya. Am I winning the tournament? This is the finals. It's TB versus TB. Or, sorry. It's Susanomon Turbo versus Susanomon Turbo. Yeah, memory boost here seems to be pretty good. And then they're gonna choke me to 1. I think maybe I Amaterasu here. Because Amaterasu would remove both bodies, right? Oh, yeah, yeah. So, we're good, we're good. Do I risk a swing? Or do I just, like, Amaterasu and then execute? I could technically Ryugu. But Ryugu isn't removing this, and that's that's part of the problem. Is I want to remove this. I think it's so hard. They run so many Digimon, and this is just so risky. I think I just attack into it. So this puts a lot of pressure on them. It's not exactly what I wanted. I would have rather had, like, Continent to do something. Yeah, put the egg back. Exactly what I did. I think just like an early Amaterasu to try to deal as much pressure as possible probably is for the best. And then I could set up like a Semyojin next turn. So like Evo and Semyojin, or see like where the memory is. They do technically have a Kunlun's Decree to be able to do something. Really? They just hard played that Amaterasu. Like it was nothing. I think they knew. What do I have? So 1, 2, 3, 4. I think maybe I do take this. What do we got? So 1, 2, 3, 4. If I take Hani, no, I think I take Hani. Unfortunate. Alright, are we basically set up? Next turn, we can move out, and then we could, Susano. This can't particularly do anything as of right now. Although, this is kind of obnoxious. I mean, I guess if I get rid of this early enough, that's gonna be good. And then set up a Kaguya. And Kaguya should be pretty strong. Well, unfortunately... Oh, that's actually huge. But unfortunately I can't use it. Well... Technically I could. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I ideally would need to get rid of that. It's such a risk. I think I just attack security. So we want execute you, and you. Oh, and you. So probably grab an Amaterasu? No, shell. Okay. That's really not good. Do I bother using this? So how many does he have? So he's still not able to Susano unless he like hard plays some other stuff. So I think maybe I do. And I play out a Kaguya. I'm fully expecting everything to die, but that's fine. So, stuns the Kaguya. You have to go. Hope I win this. I hope so too. Thank you for watching, Empire. Feel free to catch the VOD later if I won or not. But appreciate you as always. Oh, this can't. Okay, so he is planning something. So that's gonna kill this. Okay. Pop both of these. Digivolve to try to out this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they have 6 different ones in their trash right now. So he's gonna make an execute play. Is this an Amaterasu? Or are they gonna do something else? We just block with the small one, right? No, we'll block with the big one. Do we got him? Oh, that's what they wanted. Because now they had enough names. Shit. And the Kaguya eats this up. So now we just need to try to have more Susanos than they do. Yeah, now we're in Susanoo Wars again. Oh, boy. Am I gonna have to Semyojin? So I Semyojin for 3. Or do I just Digivolve into Amaterasu and try to pluck cards out? Amaterasu means I lose because I don't have a defense. So it's gonna have to be Kaguya. So I could Marine Bull, tuck this, and then Digivolve into Kaguya. Yeah, that's like the play. Because I have to save a Susanomon. I guess it really doesn't matter. Yeah, that's like the only thing I can do. I think maybe I should have just Susano'd. Because now he's going to Susano me again. Oh, 100% he's going to Susano me again. And then that puts me in the back foot because he just needs another Susano and then he wins the game. Yeah, I needed to have, like, Samyojin set up or something. Okay, perfect. Oh, I don't have to. I guess it doesn't matter. Um... All right, cool. Woo! We did it. Woo! We did it. Smart plays and outmaneuvering my opponent. Oh, GG. Tough games. Oh, very much so. Yeah, it's literally just a... Yeah, it's a 4-0 sweep. 4-0 sweep with Susano. Like, God, such a toxic card. There you are. Oh. Cool. The mirror seems brutal. The mirror is kind of brutal. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, so we were the only two undefeated, and I ended up taking it. The mirror is exactly what you think it is. It is literally just Susano Wars. Oh, man. Rough games. Holy shit. So, yeah. Literally, the deck didn't change a thing from the famous James. It is the exact deck he gave me. The only thing I would possibly want to do is add a 4th Susano. That is the only thing I want to do, is figure out where is the space for a 4th Susano. I'm debating maybe cutting a Samyojin Arrivals for it, or maybe a Ryugu, because like Ryugu is the card that I've been using the least. I get it's in here for specific matchups, but like I feel like the deck just desperately needs 4 Susano, because this is the win con. Like, just slamming this card over and over again every single turn, just, it literally devolves the game. It doesn't evolve the game, it devolves the game. And, like, it's just the hyper-toxic degeneracy of, like, just every single turn using this card, you're eventually just gonna win. If the opponent isn't able to, like, in response, deal enough damage back to you, it just feels like this is just the way. Or if, like, they're able to, like, wall you out or something. But what deck's good enough to wall you out? Right? Like, I do just want a 4th one in. Based on the ratios, I think the cut would be a level 6. So I would consider, oopsies. So I probably would change it to something like this. This feels like it would be pretty reasonable. But, like, if anyone plays this with 3 Susanos and then just plays a Ryugu, it's fine the way it is. It's just I personally noticed I want a 4th Susano. So that's kind of just where my heart lies. This is literally the only change I would make. Maybe Marine Bull, he's good, but he's got like niche applications. I would want to try to run another Marine Bull. I think maybe the only other thing, no, like, I'm fine with all of the rookies. Like, I don't think there's anything else that needs to be changed. Like, literally outside of just drop this down and run another Susano. Yeah, I looked at the leak. So that's the only thing that I would change. Here's the leaks. Yeah, it's this card. This card's literally just gonna make the deck more toxic. I'm not gonna lie. This card is literally just gonna make the deck way more toxic. So, delete a 7k DP or less Digimon, and then you get to return a Shambhala from your trash to your hand, and then play a Shambhala with 6000 DP or less from your hand for free. So, this is just the way to grab back Susano, so now you are okay running 3, but I still like running 4. But yeah, this is an auto-include in the deck. I think it probably would replace Marine Bull. Maybe. No, actually, based on its on-delete ability, maybe it actually would just replace the level 4. Or the puppet. It's maybe where it would replace. But you also need, like, the different colors. So you probably would run, like, it's mostly just going to be this and the one that digivolves if you check the security. But, yeah. Like, I feel like this probably would replace the puppet. Then main, we get to use a TB for less, which is good, and then when attacking minus 2k, irrelevant. Like, this is kind of irrelevant for the most part. I don't know where this would be. I don't know if I would run this. I mean, it's the fact that it's a level 4 that's 2 colors. So that makes it pretty valuable. But, like, at the same time, like, we're already running a shit ton of red and yellow, so I don't necessarily know if this is going to be good. I mean, it's exactly what the horse is doing, and people are using the horse, so maybe that's what's, like, good about it. So, like, if we go back to the deck... So, like, I don't think we could get rid of this. Like, this is the only flexible one. And, like, 18k is, like, arguably good enough for most things. So, like, I could see a lot of people cutting Ciceramon for it. A lot of people. They also might go down a Shellmon. Like, so most people probably would go, like, maybe, 3 of that card, cut the Ciceramon, go down a Shellmon, and then just run 4 Kokeshi. Because, like, Kokeshi's still good for the cycling. This is still kind of good for the card draw and the revive blocker, but, like, that's all it's really good for. The Source Strip is, like, fine, but in this day and age, it's not doing too much. The stun is nice, though. I will appreciate the stun. So, I don't know. People will obviously explore more. And then Kunlun. Kunlun's probably going to replace Analog Youth if I had to take a guess. Yeah, I feel like that card, a lot of people are just going to be kicking Ciceramon out. I do value the DP, though. I do value the DP a lot in very niche case usages. So, like, against Reboot, just as an example, like, Reboot can actually wall out Susano, which is not ideal for them. So, without Ciceramon, there's no way to hit over those DP thresholds to be able to clear it. Unless you run, like, an option or a tamer that can DP minus or something. But yeah, using your options more effectively is, like, kind of nice, not gonna lie. Yeah, those were some intense games. What does everyone think? How much is Susanomon anyway? You don't want me to answer that. You don't want me to answer that. So, if you want to play this deck, it's, like, with 3 Susano, you could get away with 2, but you're now risking huge factors in terms of consistency. 3 is probably the bare minimum recommended number that I would tell anyone if they're actually thinking about using it safely. 2 feels really, really risky. It's doable, but, like, it just feels too risky. So, yeah, you're already looking at, a lot. Glad you got him when he was 50. Yeah, he was as low as 30. But it does feel like the deck, this card just does invalidate a lot of things. This card's legitimately insane. Is likely just going to get more expensive. Yeah, Susanomon definitely is going to get more expensive with the next set. And then depending on the life cycle of the deck, he's probably going to stay high for a while. So I still need to pick up my Homeroses. She's been falling, but I want her to fall farther. SW level 4, put out the rookie for 1, then just drop Susano. Yeah, they could have, but they didn't. Yeah, that would have been a fire move. So, yeah, I think, did everyone report pairings? No, they're still playing. Yeah, deck's just nuts. I'll play like one game with the change. See if I feel it. We have a full line. And then we also have the Semyojin, so this is probably worth keeping. Ooh, Vemmon. Okay, so that makes going Digivolving bad. Okay, so we got 2 Susanos, which is really good. We could try to Shellmon to disrupt this a little bit. They did hit a Vemmon. Ow. Do I even bother swinging? No. What does this do? Nothing? I mean, we might as well suspend it and then keep that from unsuspending. Do I execute for the damage? I would then be able to trigger Semyojin, and then that lets me play out Kaguya. No. He already de-digivolved. Oh, I forgot he has a mem setter. Fuck. I should have analogued before. This de-digivolves? Yeah, okay. So I could use this, play this out, Digivolve, mid-attack, execute. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. We'll take a Semyojin and one of you. We will execute, swing, not draw a card, not draw a card, use the ability, Digivolve into Kaguya. Play out this, do some searching, grab a Kaguya, grab a Shellmon, one check, he gets to play a Zenith. That's not really good because I wanted to get rid of that card, this card. Do we crack this? I don't think we do. So we can play out one of you. All right. Wait, what? When one of your Venmons... Hold on, what the fuck does this card do? That's, like, borderline free. What the fuck? When any of your Venmons return to the bottom, delete with a play cost 4 or less. This thing is immune? Okay. Can it stop my attack during the opponent's turn? Okay. So he could stop this attack if he wanted to. With a play cost. Okay. And it's currently unaffected. That's not good. I feel like I just want to either set up another Semyojin or set up something else. I wish this could use Semyojin. That would be great. I think it is just set up another Semyojin. Yeah, now I'm, like, not seeing enough for some Yojins. Well, there's one. Yeah, it's just this. This wall is very difficult to fight through. I don't even know if hard dropping 4 Susanos back to back will win me the game. Like, they're just gonna have way too much resources. On the bright side, they don't have their Ragnarok cannon set up. There you are. Yeah, I figured no matter what I'm gonna do, he's just gonna get rid of those. It still isn't affected, yeah. Yeah, they set it up all at the end of my turn. I don't know how I did that, but sure, I'll take it. Does anyone know why they quit? Are they just, like, gonna run out? Like, are they literally just gonna deck themselves out? Or is it just because they can't, like, actually kill me? I don't know what's going on. Anywho. Yeah. That is... I'm very confused, too. Maybe they just were tired of wanting to go through all of their triggers, and it's their fault for playing a deck that does a shit ton of things. Okay. Looks like they didn't end the tournament. Not like it really matters. Considering pairing-wise, I already know that I ended up winning it. So yeah. Didn't get Apocalypse? Maybe Apocalypse was stuck in their security, and that was the issue. Was that, like, what they were hoping for? Was just to try to Apocalypse mill? I could see that. Like, Apocalypse was just stuck in their security, and they've already went through basically their entire deck, and they knew they weren't going to get it. So, I don't know. A win's a win. I'll take it. But yeah, so, that is TB in a nutshell. Deck is really, it's interesting. It's super easy. So, just as expensive, but it's very effective. Just hard slamming high-level Digimon back to back to back, and then watching as the opponent has literally no recourse. Understandably why this is a good deck. So, went 4-0 in today's event. I don't know if that's surprising, but did well. So, that's all I really have for today. I guess with that, we could probably just wrap things up, kick it over to the end screen, and I'll tell you what's on the horizon. So, boop. All right. As far as next time I'm going to be streaming, that is going to be tomorrow, Thursday. That's going to be my Elden Ring day. So that's going to be over on twitch.tv, then /Zenitsu. Then after that, it is going to be Saturday. We are going to be back on DCGO. That is going to be Saturday's stream. Monday is going to be Pokemon Days, something Pokemon related. And then if people seem to like this, I'll just continue doing this here. I'll just like bust out more tournaments, I guess, casually. So, that's currently on the docket stream-wise, so feel free to follow me on the respective platforms. Pokemon Days is on Twitch. Elden Ring / whatever game I'm playing is also on Twitch on Thursdays. Then Wednesdays and Saturdays is on YouTube with Digimon. So, that's kind of it for today. So, thank you everyone for coming out and watching. I know it's a little bit different doing a DCGO tournament versus like an in-paper tournament, but I don't have money and this was free, so I figured might as well give it a shot. Plus I already had a decent amount of experience and practice with TB as a deck. So I don't know exactly what beats TB. We'll figure that one out later. So yeah, but thank you all again for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next stream and or video.